From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the final edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Friday, May 15, 2020. We will bring you this Friday edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Eskamara na minim.
And Mina Khadija Bangura, good morning. Inside the program this Friday morning, as the Member of Parliament for Constituency 48 Natonkolili District, Honorable Aaron Koromado asked the Speaker of Parliament for make the leadership address Honorable Lahai Mara in arrest. CID don't release Honorable Mara on bail. The Salone Police Council don't send the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Fudi Umar Khalifa Dabo, and 4 other senior police officers them on retirement. And the Director for Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law, CAL, Ibrahim Tomido, asked the Salone Police not for they use the state of emergency for the detained suspects them.
Well, these and plenty other stories them day na the program for you, plus the Executive Director na Il Salone, Joseph Sano, go talk about the e-learning, where the organization don't begin, and work about 7 day inside the program for you. Members say they listen we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by AfriCell. The program na Good Morning Salone. You can be part of one by way you can send text message to the number 0779819881. 0779819881 are the number for sending text message and be part of the program Good Morning Salone.
We dey continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The first issue they look at inside the program this morning na outside some force they will command them. Now the Salone Port Authority don't is concerned, but the way how they say the port management be sack them by the work and self say they not been agree for pay them benefits them. This make one first them head of security na the Salone Port Authority, Winston Crowder, and in company first them will command them. Now the Salone Port Authority say the port management don't go against the agreement them where they be signed, but how they for pay them benefits them. Well, you know, Kabia gets more on this and he go now report.
For over 2 years now, the Salone Port Authority been sacked but honored workman them na the port. Outside the workmania say they don't work na the ports for over 30 years now. From that time day to now, then first the workmania say the port management no been agree for pay them all them benefits them. Outside the first the workmania say them be sign one agreement with the port management for make the management begin pay them benefits them inside every 1 month. But then first the workmania say the port management been go against the agreement where them be signed.
We have not been treated well. Even though the labor law say they sack you them for disengage you by giving you a full package, they not do so with us. Then they can't say they go pay we inside 24-month installment. Something we not be happy about. But we may not resolve say, well, that's our situation we will be around. But the worst part is, even though we don't be around, then stop for PM inside this year over 3 months they not give it. So we don't want that system for continue again. We want to money full now. They call to a meeting early April this year. Then say they don't talk to management in case because we write to NCPO. They don't agree say okay, what's going to happen? They will can't sit down follow plan out for pay we. But then we can give you 25% of waiting them they give you that 4%. Then we can give 25% of them for make sure say we get something around once then they resolve the issue. I say, are you kidding us? You mean would they complain say the 4% one they pay we don't want it again. We want better payment. They will can give you 1% now. I say no, we don't want them.
As at August, then start for pay me money in peasant. And waiting I receive August have been just 5% of my total money. That 5% they pay them for only 5 months. We come up to 25%. After that, then divide them again in April after we don't get subsequent meetings. It's labor, we don't the rights here and there with other various organizations, them and people living as stakeholder into the Port Authority management and board as well.
Then first the workmania continue say even though the management don't go against the agreements where them be signed, but still ask the management for make them go pay them all them benefits them.
Over 9 months and not give you anything. As at last year August, for where them go address me in person, they not ever discuss with me. So we they call upon them, we can understand. Although we know say port not short of any money, let them dialogue with me. Let we know when we they give you money and how we they give you money. And these people not they treat with any respect because for all they call them say, in a can't let we talk, in a can't let we talk. It was just excuse. And right now, I not even believe say if this month when they come back, then they pay money. Yeah. with the big papa government and all the other Soriat organizations, let's say Parliamentary Port Authority, pay the redundant workman there also.
It is sad for me to say this, but I had to change even the school of my daughter because I could not meet with the financial obligations again, paying the school fee. The point is, if they don't relieve me of my duty, I know they talk about the right or they not get right to do that. Therefore, meet with the labor regulator by giving me my benefit. Now I'm suffering. They have sapped all my energy as a youth from the port. Now I'm not fit much for employment because so many youth out there are looking for job.
Idris Mago Tarawale, now the president for Port Authority Senior Staff Association, say when them first time Workmania been signed this agreement with the port management, then first time Workmania not been tell them, but this agreement as in say in a them president now in the work between the port management and they are staff them, but say then they talk now with the port management for pay them first time Workmania their money.
But when it start the implementation start after they don't pay the junior workers, the senior workman they will agree so today. Then go into an agreement where we as an association no. Then go accept to let them pay them, then provide them money, then they share. For instance, somebody then get to pay 100 million. Then go accept payment for 10 months, 12 months, 14 months, unbeknown to we. We advise them at the meeting, me and my secretary advise and say, if una agree say una no want this payment, one for advice una put her in writing. Let the NCP and management know say una not agree with this payment, they not do that. So if you don't reach a point where themselves don't consider waiting them colleagues and consider say them for pay them in full, I think say them for approach we as an association. Therefore come to we, let them come put the case. Some of them not to members of our association, but for the sake of humanity, we are open up to them. If they get problem, instead of going around on radio stations and you know they solve the problem.
Where immediate response to their concern, the public relations officer for the Salone Port Authority, Mahmoud Bakar Kamara, say some of the concerns them where them forced their workmania be raised now too, but say the port management be don't pay all the junior staff them and say that them as senior staff now the management don't begin for pay.
Management, as I say, willing for pay. The payments they're ongoing. But now how the resources they come, now so then they give them out. So all who are affected within sympathy, but then go for the same process. And process, you not go for do and that jig and jack. You go for allow, make them do and carefully and make everybody be satisfied. So now that way the management they see and then they do. Get different categories of payments there where they exist at the authority. You get junior, you get senior, where the money the way they're entitled to, then different, you understand? So management initially, in their wisdom, then thought and fit say, well, since the junior them, now them plenty, then decide say, well, let we start for pay them, make the young come out from this system. Then they go come to the other one then. But in between that line there, you get certain set again where due to maybe their own exigency, then decide for enter into an agreement where they agree says because of time, make them go they give them money half.
Mahmoud Bakar end up say they as sports management don't agree for pay them first the workmania, but say make them wait for them as in say the payments gets processed. For Radio Democracy, you know, carry the reports.
The program is still listening to now Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We continue for look at more issues inside the program Good Morning Salone. Right to Access Information Commission, now the body way they in charge for CC, ministries, department and agency them give correct information to the public. For sake this, the commission don't ask all MD them where they work inside the fight against coronavirus for document all decision and transaction where they make during this period so that people go get access to them anytime they want. Dr. Ibrahim Siaga Shaw, now the chairman for the Right to Access Information Commission, he talk more to Usman Kamara.
We mandate actually for promote and facilitate access to information where all public authorities then in the country, that includes MDAs and also even private enterprises and any organization or institution where they deal with the public or where they receive money on behalf of government or where they do business with government on behalf of the people. So anybody get right to come request for that information. The purpose of that for promote access, that for create an environment where transparency, accountability, and good governance, will be promoted.
I see una they call on government, for document all related decision and transaction. Why this call?
Because this is a public health emergency, and the response you get a lot of other stakeholders, not to just the public institutions, not to just the MDAs. 27, 28, 29 of the Act, the Right to Access Information Act, make very clear provision for records keeping, documentation. Because if people can't try for access information, the information get for be recorded first and documented properly, in a user-friendly way, format kind of. So now that, the idea of this is a public emergency, now thing where people then would need for make reference to in the future. Important for keep records. The public need for know, the public get right for know how, for instance, funds and we they give to the public institutions, like the COVID response, the UC, the money that we receive from government, the money we receive from the donors, how do they spend this money? For accountability purposes, because we all know what happened with the Ebola. A lot of issues come out about how people they mishandle or mismanage the funds. And it's also important for build public trust in what the public institutions they do, the one that will respond. Because if information, people do not document information accurately, credible information, or not just all kind of information.
Because that's what brings me to the question, say, if una don't engage the MD there, or una don't write the letter for notify and say, then suppose for the keep record of every transaction in case of further issues then.
Yeah. Well, if we get any information about any MDA, for instance, we supposed for keep records, the starting records and the way they're supposed to keep, for instance, a destroyer, where they're not supposed to destroy records, they're supposed to keep. Now, it's statutory obligation. A member of the public get rights for make them an issue and make it, because they will make a request for that information. If they don't get them, then definitely that particular public authority will be held responsible, and we get fines. What would they impose? For lack of compliance, for instance, when somebody asks for a request for information within the given deadline within 15 days, if you don't give, the person who asks for the information, they right for lodge a complaint to we, and we will get involved. For institutions, if they're institutions, if they refuse to give the information, and because they're not documented properly, they are liable for pay fine up to 100 million. If not individuals, they're supposed to keep information, they don't keep. They're obliged for pay about 10 million fine.
So in all of this, how this important and will bring change for the country at large?
Well, this is very important. It will bring change because in the first place, it will make people then learn a lot, and it will save government money, definitely. So that it will reduce wastage. It will promote governance, good governance. It will promote transparency, accountability. Then it will promote public trust. This idea of public trust is very important. What we call the trust bonus. It's very important. If people do not get confidence in what they can do for them, then go always that problem. They go always. They can lead to some of them to work in your too. Then sometimes you never know. Although you get some unruly people that sometimes they can just misbehave or whatever, but sometimes lack of public trust can cause certain things. So we get to be very, 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 very careful. We get to be very proactive. We make sure we provide enough information out there. Make sure people are able get access to the information we then need for making informed decisions.
Chairman, Right to Access Information Commission, Dr. Ibrahim Siaga Shob, in the talk to Usman Kamara inside the interview, we said they call on ministries, departments, and agencies and within the work inside the COVID-19 for documents all things within they do properly so that people will get access to them anytime we then need them. The program na Good Morning Salone.
7:45 now the time from the studio clock, and we continue with the program. We look at more issues them inside the program this morning. This being plenty violence don't they happen at different parts them na the country. For sake of this, organization and other people them don't they pull press release outside and they condemn them violence here. We plenty them na young people and can mix by the violence them we don't they happen. One part of organization there so we pull press release and condemn na the Interreligious Council outside one member na the Interreligious Council Sheikh Ali Khalisi Now the politician them can use the young people them for cause the plenty violent way don't they make political tension then at the country now. Sheikh Kale talk more inside this interview to reporter Cherno Jallo.
The religious council, they condemn all form of violence, and to the extent that there's a release, in a press release, condemning instability, condemning violence altogether, all form of violence, whether it is domestic violence, street violence, political violence, color violence, tribal violence, are all condemned by the council.
Say we take to the press release on.
Well, now for advise everybody without taking sides, okay, without pointing finger at anybody, but for the general benefit of all of us, violence, go carry go no side. And as you've been asked, political violence, especially the last couple of months. Why make violence? Now, because the politicians that they use, they use people, then they exploit the ignorance of the people. Then no say the youth then they not get nothing for do. He get a small thing, he get that they let them go suicide, let them go cause mayhem. They're ready. Even individuals, honorables, ministers, then gang them.
So most of the time, we don't see this only happen in intelligence council only put press release for condemn the act. Aside from press release, what are some of the other things that we are going to do for ensure say we see our best now to tackle?
Well, the other measures they will take, but if you usually see, we get programmed in a television and all the radio stations there. Where would they go? Talk to people about this COVID-19, and they also talk about violence in our individual congregations, in our individual programs, without pointing finger at anybody.
It's clear, see, we have the intelligence council, we get large congregation with the follow now. Like Kennedy Imam say, the Gurita. Now this my pastor say the Gurita. How we not engage on our members in the community then?
Actually, not to be members then, get problem.
Locally, like for me to see locally.
In fact, now we normal practice that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, promote virtues. Always discourage vices. When I cooperate in development, when I cooperate, when I work together in progress, when I not connive with each other for do bad, and then the verses they vary. But what happen in our country, we own a political divide. Some people they can say tribal or regional, but me can put us so. But waiting them Mornin Salone na the political colors. The person committed to a political party pass a religion. We say people that come on the street past month, they burn tire, post paper fast. Now, like them two places, the way we get there, Guskas. Go na chief, go take cutlass, chop person, kill a small picky for that matter. He will go check. He get for do something with political parties.
What thing the religious council body thinks it need for be done for religious motivation there?
Now, the practice and business will for put aside. Political party no mean nothing. Especially to you, the illiterate. Okay, after politics, go do something. Learn. When I for no see them politicians, they're not sincere. Then they send when I for go do bad. They're not send the young picking them for go do bad. The young picking in England, in America, in France, in the study. Then you they also they suffer.
So with what you don't see so just now, apart from the press release, when I just don't condemn the violence will take place in the country. When I get a plan for me to some of them
if there's a call for that, we are ready. We are ready to do so.
I don't make any moves like for engagement.
The politicians.
Yes, from these things that
we don't do on several occasions.
What's that managers for?
They will talk to you fine, all things go okay, but they're not ready for that. Nobody know the Salone politics today. We don't get starting youth the way they prepare, right, for defender one day. That is the system now. So the politicians, the people they wait for be careful with. Alhamdulillah, like their party are democracy, But that's not the way democracy is. There are scholars in jail because then they tell the government the truth.
Alright, that's na Sheikh Ali Kale, in a member na the Interreligious Council. If they talk to Cherno Jalo inside that interview, they also if they talk about the plenty violence them more than they happen this BNTM na different parts them na the country. According to Ram, is saying that the politician them can use young people them for cause violence, where don't they lead to political tension na the country.
7:51 at the time from Studio Control Clock. The program is still listening to na Good Morning Salone. We continue for look at more issues inside the program. As different organizations and private companies continue to give support to government and the fight against COVID-19, the Kapawarship through the Turkish ambassador na Salone don't support government with 5 ventilators them for help and the treatment of corona patients them. Who said the Director General and the Minister of Foreign Affairs Florence Bangali say the ventilator them come the right time. For more on this, we join Saptiu Kalon.
The fight against the coronavirus for make the country able to handle them need the support of all man with support to government so that government go able to handle the coronavirus na Salone. And as different organizations and companies don't give support to government through the Ministry of Health and Sanitation for able to contain the coronavirus, Kapawarship through the Turkish ambassador na Salone don't donate 5 ventilators them to the Emergency Operations Center through the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. And inside the handing over ceremony, we been at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, the Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Florence Bangali, start for talk about the party business between Turkish and Salone.
Because we've just started a relationship with Turkey not too long ago. I remember when I assumed office as the Director General, the ambassador came here. Then you will see our friendship. You will know how our people are. We are ready to help Sierra Leone. And I've started saying it. Ambassador, thank you very much. Because I know because you are here and you are representing your governments very well. That's why these good things are coming. Please keep it up. Let more good things come.
The Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Florence Bangali, continue say the 5 ventilator support we Kapawarship give as a young contribution for the fight against the coronavirus. Now one way timely because it say ventilator na one of the things that we the country need for able to handle the coronavirus.
As you all know, Sierra Leone, we are at a stage that is difficult for us to handle this corona. So by the grace of God and with the help of our friends, we thank God that it is a bit under control, even though the cases are rising every day. But with all of these things coming in, they give us courage that we will be able to reduce the death rates and more people recover from this corona. Ventilators are one of the key things that we need, and Turkey have started.
Inside Ion talk for the support for Sika Kapawarship on the 5 ventilator them, where they don't give as a young contribution on the fight against the COVID-19. The local project manager na Kapawarship Salone, Yankee Sawanes, start for talk about Kapawarship they work na Salone.
The Kapawarship is the owner, operator and builder of the only power ship fleet in the world, providing access to fast-track, affordable and reliable electricity. Our power ship range from 30 megawatts to 470 megawatts and are delivered ready to operate within 60 days. Currently, Kapawarship operates 25 power ships with an installed capacity exceeding 4,100 megawatts and 4,400 megawatts on the pipeline. With more than 2,600 employees globally, Kapawarship is operational. Our operations in Sierra Leone. We are currently generating reliable and affordable electricity for the people of Sierra Leone.
Yan Kesawane, local project manager na Kapawarship, continue. Also, a talk about the different support where they don't give to government through the corporate social responsibility in the country.
Kapawa has engaged in the refurbishment of schools, distribution of stationery to students, and distribution of food items to deprived communities. So during this pandemic, Kapawa is among the first sets of organizations to heed to the clarion call of the government of Sierra Leone by donating preventive materials. Example, face mask, tissue, chlorine, buckets, hand sanitizer towards the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic in our beloved country. After consultation with our local partners, our headquarters in Istanbul thought it fit and decided that we should come to the aid of our friends, the government and people of Sierra Leone, by providing these ventilators
Inside Ayon talk for receive the 5 ventilator them and for tell thank you on behalf of government through the Ministry of Health and Sanitation and the COVID-19 Emergency Operations Center, the donor coordination manager at the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Sulaiman Fore Musa say they glad for the support from car powership as he said they go make sure say they use the 5 ventilator them for the right purpose for fight against the coronavirus na Salone. The support from car powership to government on the fight against the coronavirus get for continue so till the country overcome the coronavirus. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Saptiyu Kalon, the report.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Where they bring the program come to you this Friday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me, Namusa Eskamara.
We look at more issues them na the program this morning, and now they take one part with headline story them. Usai the Executive Director for the Center for the Accountability and the Rule of Law, Carl Ibrahim Tomido asked government for show the public the people and name whether at the committee where they set up for investigate the riot where upon at the Parliamentary Road Correctional Center this BNTM. And Sef is say the Salone police not for use the state of emergency for detain and suspect them. Ibrahim Tomi talk this where the Center for the Accountability and the Rule of Law, Carl been pull one position paper na do for sake of the violence them where upon a Lonsag Tumbo and Sef the Parliamentary Road Correctional Center. Also, them be do investigation and put together their findings them. It talk more to Mange Mansare inside this interview about this position paper.
So unfortunately we don't witness bit of violence in the last 2 weeks in particular, and we think say at the time of the first COVID and the COVID crisis not to get any better. We really think say it's unfortunate that it happened, and I want for use opportunity for sympathize with everybody who don't be affected, who don't be injured, and I want for sympathize with the one that don't lost their loved ones. So we look at the situation and say it's unacceptable. Make we first send a message to the government, send a message to citizens, and send a message to various actors, and we get the responsibility for make sure say we address the underlying causes of violence, but also most importantly make sure say the one that when they participate in violence, make them hold them accountable and make justice prevail. So the essence of a report where we title, when a position paper we title confronting COVID-19 amidst disquiet, the undercurrents, leadership and citizen responsibility. Now basically for sending a message to all the various actors and principally the government for say we understand that you get for deal with violence in the way how you don't begin deal with them, but let's also look at other issues.
So looking at some of the findings now this recommendation, we're responsible for the violence that the country.
Just say this is not the context. We look at from the point of view of the political landscape, we look at the rule of law and justice landscape. Tension in this country, no matter who side you belong, you're not going to deny the fact that this country is almost split right in the middle. We therefore go beyond the common excuses and confront the issues that will really make this country kind of tense right now. We look at the political context and go way back to even from where we get the transition. All waiting happened at Parliament, then parliamentarians and we left. And out of Parliament, where court go remove, then file petition. States they not deal with them petition, they attack them petition, then they unemployment a major issue. And a lot of people that fall on hard times. So that kind of issue are already there. We look at the rule of law and justice climate. We get a lot of people were concerned that, for example, then cases that would be filed, the election petitions and all, don't deal with the one they hate. APC, opposition APC go challenge the commissions of inquiry. These are some of the issues where they say from a rule of law and accountability point of view, clearly we do not justify violence. But what we are saying is, let's go beyond the symptoms and look at some of the causes of the tension within this country. Yeah? And we even they say, perhaps if we don't deal with earlier incidents of violence, like from the Malamatoma Street, somebody just remind me about what happened at Godrich, what happened at Juba, what happened at APC office. All of those issues, if we had dealt with them impartially, professionally, and expeditiously, perhaps, for them prevent some of them things that they happen.
So what are the recommendations then?
So we make a number of recommendations. First, in fact, to direct 7 recommendations at the presidency. We urge His Excellency the presidency, make it open the space for dialogue with the opposition. Obviously, neither the president of the country, nor him for be the big brothers, make it open the space. In speech it be given recently, that nationwide address, we think say it be good to the extent that it send a tough message to would-be perpetrators of violence. But unfortunately, we think say it narrowed the space for dialogue because of the accusatory tone of that message. But also they commend to the presidency, constituency 110, that constituency don't go for nearly a year without a representative. Let them provide the logistics and security. For we, these are the clusters of grievances we sit across the country. Deal with those issues. There are economic issues. We support the government in pro-poor policies, some of the cash transfer programs they do, but we think they need to expand them for include some SMEs, especially youth man them businesses, make them put some money in our people in pocket. We look at the commissions of inquiry. You remember the APC even challenged the legal basis of the commission of inquiry. The Chief Justice now assigned that file to now. These are some of the issues where if they use them, even if not excuse, but they are genuine concerns that people get. Now, at the Panemba Road incident, a really unfortunate what happened at Panemba Road. And we welcome the government in decision for set up a committee. To the police and the justice system as a whole, they say police for investigate cases impartially, independently, professionally, and the one that will not get evidence against, they don't need to detain them any longer. We tell the Chief Justice as well say, make sure say the courts them get the resources for deal with all of them cases there. We understand say initially they arrest at least 100 people them with the incidents that happen from Forodugu, Tumbo, Lunsa. When the government finally can court, let it put in place a system for make sure say their case then go speedily.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody in like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office in like you not get the account number. Buy Exalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Million Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
Commercial Bank. Salone get in first corona case March 31, 2020. And from that time to now, plenty people don't get this sick. But plenty people same way so done well from the sick. After we then clear them go to treatment center and take good care of them. But the sick still in the country.
Plenty people get message them where they can talk, and some of them message they are not even be true. Now that make Radio Democracy with support from Usiwa, they bring to you special Corona updates program. Usai go to get accurate information about the coronavirus in the country.
This program going to be every Wednesday, 12 to 1 o'clock afternoon.
And Master Sabi people from the well body sector and other people safe go there for tell you body sick.
The program na Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, from then commercial break day na Ibrahim Tommy, the Executive Director for Center for the Accountability and the Rule of Law CAL. If they talk to Mange Mansari inside that interview day, but the position paper where them put na do yesterday, outside them puts them findings and self make recommendation to government, outside they investigate the incidents them where happen at Tombo, Lonsar and Self the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center where upon this BNTM. According to Ram, it say the police not for the use the state of emergency for detain the suspects them, and Self say government for show the people the name where they na the committee where they don't set up for investigate the riot where happen at the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center this BNTM. Well, we continue the program, and at the studio now I want to welcome Joseph Sano, the Executive Director for Hill Salone. Good morning, Mr. Sano, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone. Well, Hill Salone na a civil society-based organization. We don dey work na the area of education and self don dey work with government for ensure say pikin dem get quality education, especially this being term wey government be introduce the free quality education. They don dey monitor for make sure say the pikin dem get the education and self the school learning material dem. Well, for sake of the coronavirus wey dey now na the country, as we all know, school dem be lock this being term wey pikin dem dey na house, and one pan the new means dem wey government be introduce for keep the pikin dem busy and safe, let them not forget the syllabus. Now for introduce the electronic learning we make Hill Salone safe go start for do this e-learning with different picking them within our house now. When that make the executive director they with me at the studio this morning for can explain to we the process them, how they get for go about for do this e-learning. Good morning one more time, Mr. Sano, and welcome to the studios.
Good morning all.
Alright, as I don't state, Hill Salone not today when I begin for do this internet learning. I remember way back during the time from the Ebola, when I introduce something similar, don't be radio teaching, but now when I decide for use the internet. Just explain, let people understand. Waiting now some of the things them we get for involved now this e-learning when they begin do for picking them.
Okay, firstly, we not just grab for do we do a survey because we don't do first radio and television teaching program during Ebola. Now we introduce them. So if you see people, of course, we all know now the country say when people talk about radio and television teaching, they think about Hill Salone because now we start them. So what do? We do a quick survey. We want to know about the radio, the television, and the internet we don't care. Which one picking they will really use for learn? So we go to schools. First, we start with university. We'll be able to talk to 2,500 students. And then out of that 2,500 students, we'll get a questionnaire. We'll ask question. Students then when we notice it get smartphone, they were 82%. We'll really see 82% will see. Over 80% really will see get smartphone. And then we ask them, una they listen to radio, una they watch television, or waiting frequently una they use. Some they tell you say if me want look television, say this antenna 98.1 I go look through me Facebook. You understand? Eh? Some go say I go look AYV through me Facebook. So we look at that, they will say, okay. Waiting so now that way when I watch I say so we notice say most of them they use them phones. Then we go again, we'll not stop, they will go to secondary school. We take SSS. Or take SSS, we'll be able to notice say we interview just 1,000 SSS, we'll be able to notice say 72% of them they get smartphone, and then they know they listen radio, they know they go television. What's no more than they do now WhatsApp, Facebook. You understand? And we notice that they back now the university, then they use more of that. We say, oh, tribal Becker student JSS3. We notice say 50-something%, over 50%, they use smartphone, they get smartphone. Yeah. And then we notice say they know they listen yourself, not just for Facebook and WhatsApp. They all go to the MPSC class. We notice say less than 5% get phone. So then we say if we report, it don't show we say the student then they use more of phone, and we notice say then they use more of MB. So now that make what we look in, we say okay, let us introduce this time, because when you do project, you go for improve, you go for let us introduce the e-learning program. But how we did one? We know they do one by ourselves. What Hill Salone they do is they support government agendas.
Would they come to the e-learning proper? But make we look at the surveys them way una do from university to secondary schools. I mean senior secondary and junior secondary schools. When una do then survey?
Well, we do this one we be doing about 5 months ago, because in fact at that time we be don't contact AYV, I don't get a meeting with Junior Navo. Now last year we will not be the member COVID where we really done that survey. Yeah, we don't talk. No, before that time we don't talk with Junior Navo. Yeah, we don't talk with Junior Navo. We don't agree. It don't wait itself because we be one do television teaching program. Now one part with IT man they say let we do something, but let we learn. That is inside December now. And I say, well, they do this thing, let we do something, let we learn. You understand? Eh? So we'll do on December, January, now we'll do the survey. So now how we able to get ideas? Say, look, let we take them waiting what they do, let we use waiting the student they user friendly too.
So look at you sample size for university, you see about 2,000 students.
2,500.
2,500. And also for secondary, you get like 1,000.
1,000 for SSS.
Yes.
And then 1,000 for GSS.
Okay.
Then 1,000.
So what are the locations of the survey there? And
ideally, we do the survey, you understand? Bo, Freetown, McKinney, and then three side the number we do. Ideally.
You think this sample size enough for represent the students' populace?
Well, we you know what you do. Now that we use, we just go and get a fair view, a fair insight about what we want to do. We want to be informed about what student then they use now, what friendly to student. Now that we use, and besides that, now we self-finance them. So, and you know, say survey na money.
Mr. Sano, I want to know the correct information about students them, waiting and they use now and waiting then comfortable for use. Where now based on this survey, on I get for start on a e-learning programs them. On I just cover 3 districts them na the country. We're not able to cover majority of the districts them. How I go use this information when I don't get for this survey? For ensure say una implement and this e-learning we get for cover all the students in the country when I just 3 districts on talk to.
Now that we use, I no go lie, I no can make something say that we use, now that we resources be able for lead with so because we not get yeah. But after that, we self sit down and decide. We say what do we do? Now the time now we come with an e-learning something. And we able for design.
The question is the data I wanna get now on a possession. When I wanna get for use for implement this e-learning. Now just 3 districts them on a cover and other information they from the school picking they wanna talk to. Now I want for use for implement a program we get for cover school picking them all over the country.
That we use.
So how effective this get for be because una cover majority and una not get information from the other picking they will get for be part of this e-learning programs.
How effective it get for be? It depends on how we build the system. You understand? The way we system day is a different system. Now, the first thing is that normally e-learning people in the build a virtual studio and people the way they teach and they know about the software. People the way they teach and they know about computer. Inside Sierra Leone presently, what we do the project, we look at the project. We say, why are we doing this thing? We get a goal for the project. We say we don't want to let COVID stop. We picking them from Islam book. Then we look at what are we go target. We say okay because of the way we see, you understand, from we survey.
Me and you, Union Trust Bank Salone for me and you. Kids future savings account, school fee savings account, pay advance salary scheme there. We branch and they all up on na salon. Bokono kenema, we dey. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we dey. Jala Freetown don't sa, we dey. And my lengthy one, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank na Salone for me and you. Union Salone Banko, Union Trust Banko.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
Call 117 and it's same you begin feel fever.
The coronavirus dinner salon now. Na sick, we don't kill plenty people in the world. But if you do wetin well body workman dem, they say make you do. And self, report quick. If you fear not say, you get sign or any person near you don't get same sign them, it's possible for let the person well.
The well body workman say for let the sickness scatter all sign at the country. If you not get nothing for go do not it, sit down na us.
Go dey wash your hand fast with soap water or you use hand sanitizer so that the tumbu go die if you don't can your hand.
When you dey waka, let for go dey touch them wall and then railing them because you no go know that don't touch them.
Not forget, call 117 if you get person wey sick na you host or you community.
And Osiwa support Radio Democracy for bring this message to you.
Alright, 17 minutes past the hour 8 o'clock. Now the time for my studio clock and the program where they listen. Now Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Send we text message on 077-981-981 or if they watch we live now Facebook page, drop your comment on any of the issues them where we they discuss now the studio this morning. Me where they bring the program come to you this Friday morning. My name na Khadija Bangora.
And me na Musa S. Kamara. Inside the program we continue for look at more issue. As Member of Parliament, them Thursday, May 14, don't agree for make Dr. Prince Alex Adin be the Chairman National Commission for Privatization, David Pandanoa, Minister Internal Affairs, Engineer Abdullahi Ansumana, Deputy Director Salon Roads Authority, Aja Maria Myers, Member Corporate Affairs Commission, and 7 other people them for work na different ministries, departments and agency them. Make the Member of Parliament for Constituency 48 Natonkolili District, Honorable Aaron Aruna Kurumado, draw the attention of the leadership of Parliament for look inside the arrest of Honorable Lahai Mara of Constituency 42 na Falaba District, where they now are the CID for investigation. Princess Piers gets more. You're gonna report.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Committee on Appointment and Public Service that is charged with the responsibility of vetting presidential nominees and selecting the most fitted and qualified persons to serve in the office, in public offices, met on Wednesday, the 23rd April 2020, and interviewed 9 presidential nominees.
Honorable Matthew Numa, Leader of Government Business na Parliament, be they present the Committee on Appointment report to Member of Parliament them after them don't interview the people them where President Bill pick this being team.
Dr. Prince Alex Hardin, proposed Chairman National Commission for Privatization, NCP. Engineer Abdullahi Ansumana, proposed Deputy Director, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, SLRA, Mrs. Sibyl Bilo, proposed Chairman, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Local Content Policy, Engineer Trudy Morgan, proposed Member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Local Content Agency, Mrs. Aja Mariama Fatou Myers, proposed Member, Corporate Affairs Commission. Addendum to the 14th report on the Committee on Appointment and the Public Service on parliamentary vetting of presidential nominees. Mr. Maurice Panda Noah, proposed Minister of Internal Affairs. Mr. Paul Tapima, proposed Deputy Executive Director, National Youth Service.
After this, Member of Parliament them been begin for debates. Outside the Deputy Leader of Government Business, Honorable Bashir Siliki, been called on them people here for do the work where President Bill don't pick them for do.
As committee responsible for interviewing these nominees, we have done due diligence, we have spoken to them, we have investigated their background. We are very sure that the recommendations we are making here is a true view to the appointees. You are now occupying a position of envy. You are going to serve His Excellency the President and the Republic of Sierra Leone. We are expecting you to perform well in those offices. Make sure you deliver for His Excellency the President and for this Parliament. We expect that when you go, you perform. This Parliament is going to do due diligence. We are going to perform our oversight. It's not going to be business as usual. We have a new team. We are going to make sure we position Parliament where it's supposed to be in state governance. When we call on you, you are supposed to come. You are supposed to report. We are going to provide our oversight as is stated by the Constitution.
Inside in talk, The independent candidate for constituency 001 na Kailam district wey cover Kisi Tongi chiefdom, Honorable Emilia Lolo Tongi, been draw the attention of the new Minister of Internal Affairs, David Pandanoa, for provide proper security na the district level during the inter-district lockdown within now na the country.
Mr. Panda, we have work to do. There are a lot of people going from district to district. I mean, it is as if there is no law. We didn't have no corona case in my constituency, Kalam district, and today we have two. Guinea is about 17 million. They only have 11 deaths and less than 2,000. Here we are in Sierra Leone, less than almost 7 million. And here are we going to 21 deaths. It is so serious. Rending to see that we put securities. These are our people. They are there to protect us. And they are just, selling our lives for 20,000, 25,000. You can go, get on the floor, tell your people, we have to stop it. We have a work to do together.
As all this they been at Parliament during this debate, the Member of Parliament for Constituency 48, Natonkolili District, Honorable Aaron Auna Koma, been get concerned by the arrest of Honorable Aymara, where they now at the Criminal Investigation Department, CID for investigation.
We have had issues that are more serious than even this issue. What the Honorable Member said, it is clear that it was purely discussed on a parliamentary forum. When we were in Parliament in 2012 until 2018, our Honorable Clerk seated here had an issue which was very, very much serious. But we dealt with that issue as a Parliament. And on that note, Mr. Speaker, to whom much is given, much is expected. Let Parliament be Parliament. It is by no mistake that the Constitution make provision for a committee of ethics and privilege and ethics, so that issues that have to do with disciplinary measures on members of Parliament are dealt with by Parliament. Tensions that are mounting among our citizenry should not be mounted amongst us here, because we hold the peace and security of this country.
But according to the leader of government's business, Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, he say this issue, leadership at Parliament, they look inside for CC they address some quick one.
I don't want any side of the house to personalize. We have started this thing for me since Honorable Aymara was called to the CID. We have been in this, me and Mr. Speaker, with the leadership on the other side. We are in this together. We are all working together. We have agreed in Committee Room 1. I don't play games with people's emotions. Today is Honorable Aymara. As I said years back for Honorable Porerari, let us bear that in mind. I use the word specifically when we are in Committee Room 1. I said who feels it knows it. Has to do with Parliament. This not has to do with politics. Let us trust ourselves in this business. So we don't know what will happen after the investigation, Mr. Speaker. But let us go and be clean with the President, which we have discussed in Committee Room 1. We are in this together, not APC. This is Parliament.
As the leader of government's business, don't assure the main opposition APC party member of Parliament them say then go look inside this issue. The opposition member of Parliament them hope say this go be quick one because they believe say Honorable Aymara important in constituency. For Radio Democracy, Princess Pias the reports.
All right, we continue with the program. Good Morning Salone. From that report today, but waiting happened yesterday in a Parliament. As of this morning, the Criminal Investigation Department CID been confirmed to we say them be released Honorable Aymara yesterday on bail. We they continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. 077-981-981 and the number for send you message and yourself will be part of the program. We still get Joseph Sanon at the studio. We're the executive director for Hill Salon. We're a civil society organization where they work on education issues them, and then go begin for do the e-learning program them for sake of the coronavirus within the country, and school picking them they now host or they go school. When they come back to you, Mr. Sanon, talk about the side them on have been target after on have been conduct a survey for no some panditin them with the picking in the land when they use for go to the educational journey. Let we look now when on I go start this particular program and waiting at some of the things them where they na the syllabus on I get for use for do the e-learning program.
Okay, thank you very much. I need for quickly say this. One of the reasons why we be really choose that three areas them because we'll not be get secondary schools at hearts. Now because we be get universities and then three areas then get universities and other one contract. But however, when we dey start, we dey start the program is divided into two phases. Yeah, and we get the private union and the one we will make for government. But we no want start the private union until we start government union. And what you they do, we they support government agenda through the Ministry of Education, higher and either higher or basic. So what thing we don't do? Like yesterday, they can't test the system, they can't do test teaching. And we be so happy that themselves can test them because we system is divided. Now we mix different things and bring her inside the system. Number one, we built a studio like this. Why we built a studio and we get camera like any television studio? Why we do that? We want the lecturers then when they come no more, they know they can do nothing. They don't need what they need for do, then can then team up then teach. And with facility, we get a software where they use where they accept you, they give notes by either PowerPoint or Word or anything, they send the note. So because why we do that? Because most teachers then or lecturers then, number one, no go sabi use the software where they use. Number two, I don't get lecturer where they lecture me now university, we no computer literate, we no sabi about computer. Number three, we want make sure say it be effective and free from error. So the lecturer just they come. So now that we make a studio. Then the next thing, we get a software because we don't want to use different things there. We want to get a uniform way of doing it. And what's in this software they help we for do? This software they help we when when students come online, we they grade you for attendance. We they make sure say we grade you for class participation. We they give you class work, that is through the class work. We they give you test. You understand? Then we create a way for making exams. So the software they able for make the thing more organized. But then again, we notice say student they need for call, then they see them teacher. Or those what they do the test case, one of the challenge we will get. You understand? Some student they will I mark, we say, okay, you call. Somebody they kind of close the, they very close self. You can't sit down. Yes, they ask question. What's wrong with it? Yes, what he say this. So we get another software. Well, they use Zoom, but we don't change out. We use another software. We're passing the call through. You understand? They see the teacher, then the teacher they see you. And in the studio we get a whiteboard. And the other thing is we use vMix. So we blend this thing then together for able for doing. But look what you do. We divide the e-learning into 4 parts. Yeah, we get number one, the IT section. We get the studio where they show the student the way they do. We get the back office. Then we get the rapid response mechanism. I will talk about the back office quick and the rapid response
When they
mechanism.
come back to you, they can't talk about them, Mr. Sano, but quickly they take this short commercial break.
GhanaSongs.org.
They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them where them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are they use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na online shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program you listen to now, Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Joseph Sano inside the program. They talk about the e-learning way Il Salone they begin implement now the country. You will explain you process them quickly.
Okay. Now, I will talk purely about the back office and the rapid response mechanism team. Yeah. You know, we form what you call SLA. SLA means service level agreement. You can agree with me, say, we not safe na systems when they use. So until the day the systems go down, you go na bank, you understand? Then they use systems. Systems, man not get control over and the same way they go down. But waiting man get control over how soon it go amend them. So we make what you call service level agreement and identify queries them, complaints them, and inquiring them we go come up. And then when we go resolve them thing then they within limited time, either 1 hour, either 2 hours, either 3 hours. So now that we call service level agreement. Now that make we bring the back office. The back office, they serve an interface between the student, the populace, and the studio. So then they, when they identify problems, quick, then solve them. Then we get the rapid response mechanism. Then they work with the back office so that because we get e-learning platform, then studio, then across. It depends on the approval by the Ministry of Higher Technical and Higher Education because we know they implement this thing without their support. So we side they identify, if they agree, we side they identify, now they will go bill. So if there's any problem, we have a rapid response mechanism. Now make before the thing they start, we they make sure say we get jingles where they show you the software, how for user, we they make sure say we do public education. But before this whole thing, I need to tell you about the visit with the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education do yesterday in our office, how it be handled.
Okay, we look at this system you don't talk about, so they can't talk about visits. When it start exactly?
Well, yesterday we don't do, the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education don't do the first test, yeah, then self go teach. Then we identify 1 or 2 things, then we for amen. You know, in things like this, you know they run pull and ado. But I sure say inside this month it start because the things that we identify now things that we will be able to solve within 48 hours.
Earlier you talk about students then be part of how then we able to be part of for somebody where they listen now, una the register student then, or anybody can come and connect to the system.
For now we're not open it to the student. What will they do?
No, we not get for open them.
What will they open them? How will they do them? Will they work with the Ministry of Higher Education? When we don't get an agreement, now then get the institutions. If they agree, now then they tell us, work with this, work with CVET, or work with this. When they don't give you that, we they get the data from the institution of the student then. And we they make sure say every student get the software on their phone, every student get the jingle we don't make because we don't make a jingle on how to use the software, everything. Now so we they do.
Every student at the survey areas or
every student where they at the school, now the institution where don't be approved by because what you they do not what we do. We will just the now Ministry of if we get to do this thing, now Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, we just the day downside, now then the day at the front, we just the day.
How they go then at the front because the ministry themselves, the 2 different ministry them were responsible for education. Themselves they do the same internet learning where una they do so. How una go ensure say una work together, especially in the area of the syllabus? Let it be say Hill Salone, they teach their own, then the ministry themselves they teach their own. Okay. And how una go able get the focus of the picking them where the ministry themselves they do the same thing when they do so.
Thank you very much. We for now we deal strongly with the Ministry of Higher Education. And then the Ministry of Higher Education now then go give you the fiat or the mandate say go ahead. You understand? Now, we divide it into private and government. You understand? So when they don't give you the fiat, if we need for work with our institution where they padua, we able to merge the system or we look the system, we amend the system into what works better.
Why only Ministry of Higher Education? Because earlier you stated also the target school picking the within a Becker class.
Okay, the Ministry of Basic Education, yeah, we still there on because doctor the teaching service boss they do the good work through the radio and teaching program. Then not we don't start the e-learning it. Now he don't start for do the process. So he called me in the process, because this woman so just energetic for teaching business. So he called you on the process for see how we go push and here. Remember, whatever a civil society they do now for push government agenda before. So we they look at the manifesto drive of the government and they will push them before. But you're not going to able to do it without these ministries then. You go for push them with the ministry. The Ministry of a basic not started, then they planning stage, then don't call we. They go run before the ministry. But technical, then once let something be done, and so then call we, and then we work on it.
So this means say una they left force the picking them na the Becker class them?
We know they left them because we they go by how the ministry they go. Because right now, the Teaching Service Commission, they put all what it take. That woman there, now one of the blessed women will get, that doctor, they put all what it take. So when he call for meeting, then we go there with the guys Zoom meeting. So when we call for anything, we go there. So when they are ready, then we shoot up.
So for me, all the statements they should say like now all the school them we register or we the ministry approve would be part of this system.
Well, now I can tell you they approve this. I don't want to start with private. You understand it? They are left government first. Because we they support government agenda. When we don't do, now I make education wire house and Hills Reality they do. So Hills Reality, education wire house, then they can deal now with private institutions then.
So Mr. Sano, why this decision? Because if I take you back during the term for the Ebola, Hill Salone, as I stated earlier, been do similar programs like this one at the television and radio teaching. But at so that 10 day, we have been bringing together all schools, all school picking them for benefit. Why this decision at this point?
Why this decision at this point? Because right now, because there are two facets of everything. Even at that time, they do them. The different universities then get different courses there. If now be high school no more, you go say everybody they benefit because the same syllabus or the same subject where they do for math, the same thing where they do for science, commerce and art now the same thing. But different university they do different thing. You understand? So we got to make sure say we segregate them. When we come to high school, every student they benefit. But when we come to university, it depends on the course or the module where the university they do.
Okay, you're talking about e-learning na Salone. During una survey, una consider the internet facility?
Yeah, in fact, that's now one of the challenge yesterday. You understand? I'm not going to name. When the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education come, we will get 3 basic challenge where I'm not going to share with the public. Yeah, one of the challenges will begin now electricity. Electricity means like they come, like they go. So imagine a good way they do this testing now. Imagine the lecturer be there now the lecture, then lights go. Then you can put now we self we get UPS then our studio the way they build. You understand? So but even at UPS will keep the computer up. But I'm not gonna make the light then they on the light now the studio for point to the lecturer. So imagine that. Now that happened yesterday. So tell you they go put generator on by light car. So one of the recommendations where the Ministry of Technical make to we, because they know say this not technology problem, it go more get problem. They say make sure say when a lecturer come or somebody can teach, because yesterday one of the directors be the teach where this happened. There are 2 the teacher. They say make sure say you put generator on. So tell the teaching though, I let light come, no bother. Because not depend on the national grid because it will go off at any time. That is one. That we don't take out. The second thing was internet. I'm not going to name the internet company where you will internet. But let I tell you, you need 8.8 GB, 8 MB for let you able for upload them thing then. Yesterday we noticed when them go now notice say the internet be there 3 MB. So you're not able for upload. So what thing we do immediately today we go for unlimited. Yeah, for solve that challenge. The other thing are the lightings there, so don't fix the lighting there but it was very good.
If you talk about the challenge where una as implementers them of the program they get, what about the students them on the internet?
Let I tell you, invention. I'm not going for like invention and software where you they make them. People they will know because I made the past radio teaching program. And they tell you what happened to me. You go ask when I put the mic so the camera for Mr. Wise, principals and this, Mr. Bundo, Mr. Wise, Mr. that fat man, Mr. Mew. A lot of error than they be. Sometimes you say yes or no, yes or no. Sometimes then they threat. So if I show you the making of the radio and TV teaching program, you go know say at the start of anything there are challenges you get for the correct, make your own tea, you make them perfect. And by God's power, this weekend we make them perfect. Oh, don't make them perfect. If the ministry want to even test her next week or test her next week, they will shoot. But I tell you, every system before you they build them, when they build them, because me not IT person, you can forget trials and error until you make a.
All right, thank you very much, Joseph Sano, Executive Director for Hill Salone. There this morning they talk about the internet learning where Hill Salone go begin do for university school picking them for sake of the coronavirus so they now in the country.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. We continue for look at more issues inside the program. The Women Empower organization don't go give us hand sanitizer, Veronica bucket and plenty in them. Now the Funkia community to over 200 picking them, we cost over 10 million loans. Doreen Barry, now the vice president for the Women Empower organization. He talk more inside this interview to Mangi Mansari.
Okay, this Women Empower organization, this is an organization will be set up some years back, and the brain behind this particular organization, now a woman will get so many passion for women and girls in a salon. He reside in the United States of America, where na Jennifer Adeshola Thompson, and this is somebody will get so many dreams for women in Pekin and this country. One of the main thing we make we form this organization, we get a large group of women them from all walks of life, where already get the required skills because they belong to different sectors them. So their women there so we don't gain some empowerment. Then self back in return, what they don't learn in life. Then self they can transfer into other women them for efforts transform their women their lives today. Remember say Salone are one of the countries them where we get so many vulnerable women them and then they go through a lot. And we all know the importance of empowering the complete women them. So we not just tap them no more, we also support girl picking them. So now then they make we form that particular organization. We organization together with no child left behind, where that particular organization they also now the same person now put them together because he want for support government in the area of the school feeding program. So we look at and say now school don't close, but some people that then still they now host, and some of them still forget access to food now a challenge. So we say okay, since we also get this plan for them picking there, so for now they're gonna vulnerable communities, support government and provide food for them whilst they're in school. We say okay, now use this opportunity now where we try for first COVID-19 common as Salone. Now we can at the Funkia community and can provide food stuff for them pick there so. Because remember say at the moment right now, the government and also as part of measures, no wants people for crowded now one place. And they go use some man say, oh I go find food. So this food will don't come, which we expect say for a few days, then picking there so, you know, they're not going to a crowded place. And with the hope say that we don't do this so, other one themselves go emulate them and then self can support this particular community.
So what are the particular items so
okay, lots of things. We put rice inside there, we put yabas, we put Maggi, we put salt, we put but other things then biscuits, sweets, all of the affiliating the way they make and picking and glad. So now all of them things in there we put inside this packet so that we will come and can show love to them picking there. So at this time when then are the various countries.
So if we talk about cost, what is the total cost of the items there?
Okay, now over $1,000 now we spend, and we all come together as women them because this organization not only Salone within a different countries them, so we all in little ways even though at this particular time things not easy for everybody, so we put some small and say okay, that we put together, so we raise up to over $1,000 where we use for doing shopping and we can give to the Pekin. We not just tap them out with the food though, we also give them face masks because at this time the Pekin forget face masks, we got also Veronica buckets and also sanitizer, hand sanitizer, so that therefore they ensure so that they practice the preventive measures them now able for fight COVID-19 common salon.
So why would I decide for take the Funkia community?
Well, if you yourself when you come here today, you see this particular community now one of the most deprived communities them, and you get lots of picking them around. You see, even though they cater for about 200 picking them, we see we get over that amount there of picking them, and most of them picking there, so they're vulnerable, and we all know, you know, what it means for support vulnerable picking them in the country. So we think and say Funkia community, based on we research what we do, we see say this particular community now one of the most community we need them kind of support here at this time. So we think and say okay, let's come here, let's can do this support.
So when I get any plan for going to other communities for do what you not do so that the Funkia community?
Yes, plans. In fact, we don't do similar one upline, and we also get plans for target other side them. And this time not to just speaking a normal, we get plans for target other vulnerable women them, because you know say at this time you know easy, especially some people that they do their half markets them, some better sales not there, you know things not normal because of the corona pandemic in the country.
Doreen Barry, Vice President for the Women Empower organization, they talk to Mangi Mansare inside an interview for sake the support we then give to Pekin and the Funkia community. The program you listen to na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. They look at more issues them, and now they go na the Lumley, Babadori, Regent Road, and other area them. Also the Chief Executive Officer for Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone, Mohammed Dauda Sherif, don't call on driver and passenger them for the use face mask and safe wash their hand them all time for make the coronavirus not scatter in different parts them in the country. He talk this way Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone go give Veronica bucket, soap, megaphone, face mask and other thing them to driver, passenger and bike rider them na Lumley and safe other parts them na Freetown. General Jallo been there part of this and he go now report.
Coronavirus threat not to one person threat involve everybody. You don't need to say the way the government give money before you do it. You need to use your own resources where you get for protect this threat here. So on behalf of Pekin Advocacy Forum, we will come hand over this particular things that may work out to the chairman at this particular place here when I was parking ground. So from there now, in the know we say for the future.
That's not the voice of the Secretary General at Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone. Will be the Hanover Veronica Bucket, face masks and other team them to the Vice Chairman for the Lumley Bike Riders Association as part of their support for efforts against the coronavirus sick in the Lumley community. The Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone now one organization will come into existence inside 2018, and from that time to now this organization on the work younger one for CC and promote Pekin business go before the country, and as the country presently face serious health challenge, make plenty people and organization on the give different support to people and institution them for make the COVID-19 sick no go scatter all about the country. And for sake of this make Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone self been decided for join government and other surrogate organization them ban the fight against COVID-19. But how this donation will come about? Mohammed Dauda Sherif and the Chief Executive Officer for Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone.
We come here this afternoon for more able to give some donation at this particular community, specifically Lumley Park, where we thought and say Yana a very crowded place, because if we're able to distribute anything there, it will be very more important. It will be very necessary for more able to reduce the spread of this COVID-19. But we don't do one. We are the first organization who will start for distribute this marks or Veronica Robin and these different communities.
Continue for talk about how the organization will go about for raise this couple who they use for buy some of their items and there. We say the organization will continue for the sensitize the general public so that people will get more savvy about the coronavirus sick.
We spend more than 10 million this Monday. Nobody not going to go now. Vehicle away and not get marks. So now Amy could prepare this marks here for more canky them. So every passenger will they go inside the motor car, if for use mark forever they go inside the motor car. So at least collectively we're able to work together with the government for more able to tackle, for more able to subdue the spread of the COVID-19. We still continue for good and the still we go for good to sensitize people them for let them believe that this is a day because some people still not believe. But yes, still will not go stop for this and for good to sensitize the people. We will continue for good to do and collectively we will stop the spread of this COVID-19.
The CEO for Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone, Mohamed Dauda Sharif, end up call on driver and passenger them. Na Lombly, Babadori Regent Road for ensure say they use face masks and follow all the preventive measures them. Where well body will command them. They advise people for take so that the coronavirus sick no go scatter all about the country.
We still try for talk to them. We all for come together for more able to fight this fight. Because if we not able to tackle this particular sick here, my brother and sisters, and we're not able to do nothing, it will affect you, it will affect me. If you don't do clean, we will find a living. If you not get the COVID-19, we will support your family and your loved ones then. But if the COVID-19 then our country will not go able to do anything rather than with the joy to grumble the country, they go back on and the economy not improve. At the end of the day, now zero for we all. So now email could still continue, but more talk to the people them for here to the measures and way the masters have people that don't put in place in government. At the end of the day, we'll be able to tackle this COVID-19.
We may talk on behalf of Incomping them. The Vice Chairman for the Lombly Bike Riders Association, Ibrahim Jallo, say the association will make sure say they use their items them here. We don't can give to them for the right purpose.
It's not a surprise to me because, of course, when I've been on the drum, so it become at the time, a surprise to me. Yeah, and we really appreciate because we don't see the kind of gesture when I carry it, we see the robbers there, we see marks, soap, megaphone, all right, and the corona fight, not one man fight, now all in fact, all for contribute in whatever little way where you able, where you get, where you contribute for all fight, join government to fight this corona. So we really appreciate the efforts and we pray to God, at least I go.
Ibrahim Jallo end up tell thank you to Pekin Advocacy Forum Salone for this kind of support and self-call on other people for follow the footsteps of this organization so that they will defeat the coronavirus sick come out na Salone. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nachem Jallo, the report.
We will continue with the program. 8:52 na the time from studio clock and quickly we take one per we other headlines to read them. Outside the Salone Police Council don't send the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Fudi Umar Khalifa Dabo, and 4 other senior police officers them on retirement. Well, Usman Kamara be read on our Salone News after we the head of media at the Salone Police Superintendent Brahma Kamara been confirmed to Radio Democracy say the Police Council don't send them 5 senior police officers there so on retirement.
The head of media at the Salone Police Superintendent Brahma Kamara don't confirm to Radio Democracy say the Police Council, when the Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jallo and the Chairman, don't send the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Fuad Umar Dabo, AIG Ibrahim Kuruma, AIG Karou Kamara, AIG Kelfala Sise, and Amos Kabia on retirement. He continues say AIG Karou Kamara mean they on leave for the past 2 years now. We mean say he no mean they on active service again. AIG Ibrahim Kuruma, we people can call Sizeman, na be the Director of Infrastructure na the Salone Police, and Amos Kabia, na be the Head of Community Affairs na the Salone Police. Superintendent Brahma Kamara end up say, na just the Police Council go able tell the public the reason we make them send them police officer here on retirement. But say, they all will get them benefits them according to the number of year them, where they don't work na the Salone Police.
Alright, that's now being Usman Kamara, we being read that news day after we the head of police media been confirmed to Radio Democracy say the Police Council don't make the Deputy Inspector General of Police, FUK Dabo, and 4 other senior police officers them being go on retirement.
The program is still listening to a Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. When I don't understand, when I text message them on the number 0779819181 and also on our Facebook page, and at them now for make we go and take some of una message them. Khadija.
The first message where I go read on the program this morning, this one they say the e-learning is not going to be effective in Sierra Leone because of these factors. 1, the knowledge of kids and parents using computer is not that great. 2. Internet facility accessibility. 3. Power of electricity. And 4. The environment.
This one said the former workers at Port Authority has a genuine concern. I am joining them to plead with the port management to look into their concerns.
This other one is Mr. Sano is an asset. He will help support e-learning for Beke and NPSC students.
This one says, how strong is the internet in this country? How many people can afford MB for their phones?
This other one they say, Mr. Sano, for me, I think the subject you should improve on teaching for the Beke students is the mathematics, language arts, integrated science, social studies, business studies.
The last one from me for now, because of time, say, Mr. Sano, you need to survey phone usage at the farthest villages in the 4 corners of Sierra Leone.
All right. Well, from their messages, then they quickly would come to we studio Joseph Sano for let it go respond as we they wrap up the program.
Okay. That first to say the knowledge because of knowledge for kids and parents. Ideally, people sabi we for public education, and we remember during the radio and TV teaching program, I make sure say we make science tune, there were jingles and everything. So the knowledge base will go really populate. In terms of internet, I assure people the amount of time where students then they really take now them phone, WhatsApp, Facebook, you answer, in more than the time where then they take personally for read away. So then they now idea of culture. When the people now make really with they use that software. So when you know say you get for take class this time, then they mark you for attendance, then they give you class work, then they give you tests, then you get for get exams. Believe you me, you say, oh, you dey prepare. You said, because sometimes it can be multiple choice question, sometimes they give you on Java, you understand, eh? Or they give you on cost accounting, financial accounting. If they give you, sometimes they give you 5 questions, they give you sometimes 10 minutes, you say go sober. And the good thing is, there is time. When you miss some, you get for go cancel again. If they give you assignment, you get for cancel again. When you come now the software, the platform or the create, they see and they go do your assignment. But if you fail your assignment within the time where the lecturer give you, then they mark you late. So now idea about internet we get for cultivate. And again, for let we able for upload in internet, there are 2 things: uploading and downloading. We need at least the least we go need now 15 megabytes for we will they upload this particular content there. So we don't work on that. For the student then, we go for download, they're not going for need that type internet. So what we're going to do now public education. The other thing about this, because me know say students they use more internet, electricity, that is a challenge. That one is a true. But I want to ask we all question. That problem they are big pass we get doctors, we get professors. We want them problem they are will not solve them. Let it disturb we picking them buklani. Are we happy that our children are sitting down? We are civilized people. What we are doing is to ensure we support government that COVID does not stop our educational system in Sierra Leone. So now that make we they come. And somebody talk about how strong is the internet service. Okay, down there I don't answer. So what are they try for tell people them? We are here and we make sure say the back office we therefore try for talk to the mobile service provider there that will get 2 free line. We also get Facebook, then we also get WhatsApp line. We go with staff the way then they converse with the cost the student them.
So finally, Mr. Sano, which are the exact dates where this internet learning go begin?
We expect we for done with young parts by Sunday because the ministry don't identify waiting they want by Sunday. So it's left with the ministry now because we are not going to start it. Because what will they do? I want to repeat, let the public know. Hill Sierra Leone support government agendas. The only time where you see Hill Salone not go support government agenda, now an agenda will not be living now in order in line with the development of the people. That time they will condemn government agenda. Now that time they you can see that they call you, this is they against government. But as long as now we dey look at government program support, so therefore we dey work with the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. So then therefore now they don't give it all which side and TVET places then they. Then therefore now look at it. You understand it? They tell you, okay, we are satisfied now. You can go on. We sign off how we for do them. Then we got two things we go do. We want to do something where after the whole program, the e-learning platform, the way they build, go continue. Right. You understand? And we want something sustainable. You go left there. So we want to do what you call BOT. With the build we operate them, and then later we transfer not to the institutions because we know they work with one institution. Okay. We they work with the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education or Basic Education. We they transfer to them so that then go manager. If they need we now for manager, we go manager.
Thank you very much, Joseph Sano, the Executive Director for Hill Salone. If you with me at the program this morning, if they talk about the internet learning, where Hill Salone go begin do together with government for university students them and self later, then go try for incorporate Beke and NPSC student them. Now so we they end the program. Good Morning Salone. For today on edition, Alex Lawrence Goma and Michael Sambola na them produce the program, and DJ Ahmad na them give technical support Moses Kavara and in team na them make una watch we live on our Facebook page. So till meet back, Mina Khadija Bangura they say get yourself a lovely weekend. Don't forget say COVID-19 still there around. Make sure say you wear your face mask. When you go na public, wash your hand with soap and water and use hand sanitizer. So till meet back, have a wonderful weekend.
And Musa S. Kamara said bye-bye.
Right, family, stay tuned. We continue with more programs.